So here basically it is all about collaboration, and that's the Carpetbagger's wife. And I finally, said a prayer, and I realized, I said, "Dear Miss Carpetbagger, I apologize. I'm going through much right now. I'm in the process of a nasty divorce and child custody. Also, I was attempting to be humorous. Don't take me too seriously. I would love to vlog with Jacob the Carpetbagger any day now. Also, I plan to vlog New York City, my old stomping grounds. Texas has great vlog spots, especially Dallas-Fort Worth. Jacob is welcome in Texas anytime. Look me up. I'm in Carrollton, which is 15 minutes away from Dallas. I can show him around, okay?"
So according to Carpetbagger, talk like this. "Dear Miss Carpetbagger, I apologize. I'm going through much right now. I'm in the process of a nasty divorce and child custody case. Also, I was attempting to be humorous. Don't take me too seriously. I'd love to vlog with Jacob the Carpetbagger any day now. Also, I plan to vlog New York City, my old stomping grounds. Texas is a great vlog spot, especially Dallas, Fort Worth. Jacob is welcome in Texas anytime. Look me up. I'm in Carrollton, which is 15 minutes away from Dallas. I can show him around, okay? Thanks, Cole. PSS. Love his show. Carpetbagger. 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 Meet you at Billy Bob's. Remember, if you show up there, they'll kick you in the butt.
It was been 8.
Yes, it has niacin. All right, we got out of Kroger. Didn't do hardly any filming at all, just really none at all. And we got her food. She's happy about that. And we're going back to vlog the sushi. I can only show you the after effects of what she makes tonight. I'm vlogging this. What? I didn't get two. Well, we have two. I don't know why we got two. Anyway, I have to vlog this. So. Okay. Okay. So it looks like we got some sushi, and I'm gonna try a few bites and tell you what's in it. So we're gonna open it up. Kind of opens on its own. This is basically, you can just peel it back here. It's very easy if you're on the run or whatever. And I'm gonna actually use chopsticks. Okay, so that's what it looks like right here. You can see, it comes with a packet of soy sauce here. And what this is known as right here, it's on here, it's called wasabi. Or is it wasabi? Wasabi. Pretty good. Take this. Sweetie, could you give me something to drink while I'm doing this right here? You can just put some of that Arizona tea and some ice. Okay, now, we're gonna take...
Yes, master.
That's a good response. Yes, master is a good response. Master and serve it kind of thing. Okay, so this is the sushi. And I'm going to go like this and pour some of the sushi in here. Now, I'm not going to be looking at the camera, so I'm just doing this without looking at the camera. So I'm just kind of putting it in here just like that. Okay, and that's the soy sauce right here. Thank you, Snickles. Soy sauce. She's known as Snickles sometimes. This is ginger right here.
My favorite.
We're going to put a little bit of ginger on it and a little bit of wasabi. I'm just using my fingers, forgive me. That's spicy. I'm gonna go like this. Now a lot of people will eat it with their hands, but I'm gonna try to use these chopsticks right here. Sorry, there's a lot of air conditioning noise going on. We're in Texas, it's very hot. I'm trying to be as truthful as I can on how things sound and everything. And this right here is the sushi. That's pretty good. It's good sushi. Or this is what it looks like right here. It's pretty good. So I'm gonna give it a big thumbs up. Okay, I don't know if you noticed, but I've been using a little chapstick because of the seat I get because of the summer. So I'm trying to drive. Just give me a second. Because of the summer, I get a little dehydrated sometimes or whatever, and the heat gets to me and I start sweating and stuff. So sometimes I get like chapped lips or whatever. So I've been using some of this and I'm seeing how it's going. It's going pretty good. It's supposed to help things like fever blisters and chapped lips and things like that. It's called Lyocin. So I've tried it a couple of times and worked pretty good. It's basically speeding up the process of, the blistered lip or whatever it is, So anyway, okay. So we are going to Southlake, Texas. I think one of the reasons I think the Carpetbagger may be interested in me is because I'm from Fort Worth, Texas. And I was kind of raised in the Southlake area, and also that I was raised in the South, and I know, well, I'm from the South. I've lived in the South all my life. I've lived in Texas most of my life. I lived in California for about a year. I lived in New York for about a year. I lived in Maine for about a year. But mostly my entire life has been spent in the state of Texas, especially North Texas, and not too far from Southlake, and which is where we're going now. Now, if you don't know, Southlake, Texas has gotten or has received national news attention, I guess is kind of a word, or media. So Southlake has received, or Southlake has been. Ooh, how do you get to see that though? Yeah, the vultures are out. That time I missed it. Okay. Anyway, it figures. I was passing the part where the vultures are. But I had to make a point about Southlake. They're in the spotlight right now of the national media because of, the bare bones of it is because of racism. Okay. So they've attempted to pass a law that could possibly make white children feel guilty. And what that means is that they want to bring in multiculturalism into the Southlake community, or multiculturalism into the education of the schools and high schools in regarding of a certain type of pedagogy that addresses racism, mostly in what is known as what we know as white America. Okay, that white America is here, and it can be seen as wrong, and they did not approve of that in the schools. And that's a bad explanation, but what it means is that they're not allowing certain education to address racism, meaning the education would address the fact that there are people that are racist. Now, this is how I feel about it, and I'll just tell you plainly. I think that all nations, all of them, from Asia to Africa to the Middle East, India, all the way to South America, North America, all the nations that have different nations, okay, all of them have racism. And I feel that it's a problem with most people. I feel we're sinners and that we all experience racism. Is racism wrong? Yes, racism is wrong. Should we openly be racist and use racist slang in schools? No, we shouldn't. Okay. So that was kind of the issue at hand, that certain kids were being racist. And I think that's wrong. But also, parents don't want to really address it in the school system because they feel it's going to make white children feel guilty. Okay. That's something they're going to have to work out. I can't make the call on that. I used to be a substitute teacher. I did go to school at UTA for a little while to learn to be an educator. And I did graduate from the University of North Texas in theater arts. And I also took dance. And I feel that when we studied pedagogy, we studied multiculturalism. And that's all we really studied, especially in classes like learning drama for the classroom, okay? A theater drama, learning how to teach drama to kids, or learning how to teach theater to kids. You're going to address multiculturalism, okay? A racism is going to be addressed in the schools in one way or another. Whether the laws are passed or not, it's going to be addressed. So Southlake is in the spotlight for that right now. And as a possible educator, I think that they should teach multiculturalism, and that law should be passed, and that it should be addressed. Because as being the majority in a demographic, in a certain race, we need to realize that majority in itself is very intimidating, okay? If you go to an event and let's say you're the only black person there, that's intimidation. They have to man up with their own confidence and realize, wow, I'm outnumbered, okay? We don't teach that kind of psychology because we don't want to feel guilty. Well, the idea here is that we're I was taught as an educator that we're in a country that doesn't really address multiculturalism on a day-to-day basis. It addresses racism. And when I mean address multiculturalism, I mean it doesn't celebrate multiculturalism, but it addresses racism, if you can do the math on that. What I mean is that it'll bring about racism, but it will not celebrate multiculturalism, because multiculturalism, and even in Southlake schools, is a celebration. See, my Messiah has taught me to celebrate all nations, whether it be in Southlake or anywhere in the world. In Okinawa, Japan, in any part of the world. It can be Moscow, Russia. It can be in Afghanistan. But we are to celebrate all the different cultures, and that's what multiculturalism is about. So I'm on the side of the protesters there, okay, as an educator. I would step forward before Southlake, if I could, and say, I think they need to change their laws, and I think they need to teach this important education to not only white children, but to all the nations, okay? So I'm getting kind of Martin Luther King Jr. because I think Martin Luther King Jr. was a great speaker. I think he was also a great writer. And I think we're in trouble in a nation right now with race. We're in a crisis. We're addressing race, and it's a crisis. We're not celebrating multiculturalism, and we need to celebrate all the cultures. Thank you. So we're dealing with some traffic, and it's about 4:30 p.m. on September 1st. I want to say today's a Wednesday, so it's high in traffic right now, but we'll be in Southlake pretty soon. Okay, so we're here at the Daily Foo. And this guy's named Ren, which is kind of like Ren and Stimpy on Comedy Network. This one goes out to Ren. And we have made it to the Daily Foo. Or the Daily Foe. What do they call it? Like Miss Kitty or a good kitty or something like that? Guy's pretty old to be on a bike, but he's on there. Doing good. Doing real good. Well, at least the navigator's working okay. Not. See if I can get him to go around. Yeah, these engines are great too. You gotta keep those hands on the handlebar though. See if they make a move. There he goes. Never heard of them. You know, it's funny because the Hells Angels are actually a corporation now, or like a business. Look it up on Wiki. They actually are a corporation. They're a business like any other business. It's pretty funny. Never heard of those guys though. So it pulled me back to Flower Mound, and we're headed back to Southlake again. Well, this is sudden news, but I went ahead and asked Linda to be my one and only, my beloved, you know, the old WIFE, and we're gonna see how that goes. And this is the date. I wanted to document the date, so I'm pulling the plug on car Apple right here, and I'm gonna turn it down. You can kind of see what I'm talking about. And when I pull the plug on it, things change here. I gotta hit mute over here. Make sure we don't have radio. The present, it's September 1st, 5:45 p.m. I went ahead and asked her. I knew she knew this was gonna happen, but we'll just have to see what happens. And we're in the middle of traffic, headed towards Roanoke to go to On the Border to pick up a package and drop it off at someone's doorstep. Basically food delivery. So I don't know. She's used the word husband before, and I've used the word wife, so we'll have to see how things go. I'm pretty sure at this point she's probably cracked open a beer and is watching Netflix, so I'll probably lay it on her again and see what she says then, and I'll keep pursuing. Somehow I'm gonna have to get over, and I'm gonna show you how you do defensive driving. I got the blinker on, so you just make that move and that move right there. Now it's defensive driving, okay? Now it was 2 lanes, but we're in the middle of traffic, and I gotta make this exit here. Now, I do not suggest that you try that, okay? What I did right there. So don't ever try to jump another lane like that. But what we're gonna do here, since we're nothing but traffic and we're in the middle of traffic, so we're just going to slowly get over right here. Now I do suggest you slowly get over like that, as long as you got that blinker on. Okay, so that moved out, that worked out for me. But I've been doing this for almost 3 years, so there's one thing that I know that I can do. DRIVE. Once I pick up your package, usually in most cases I'll have it dropped at your door between 5 and 15 minutes. That's one thing I can do. I can drive your food to your door. It's not exactly Ryan Gosling, but in some parallel universe, it kind of is like Drive. One of my favorite movies by Refn. You know who Refn, the director, is. You guys see the movie Drive. Bad old movie, man. I think it's probably one of the best movies since Taxi Driver. I'm gonna lay down the change or whatever that means. I'm going to lay down this. I'm going to say Taxi Driver is a good movie by Martin Scorsese. Refn, another director that's dangerously talented and good. And Drive with Ryan Gosling and Carey Mulligan, probably one of the best films in that kind of genre since Robert De Niro's and Martin Scorsese's Taxi Driver. Now that guy right there is on a 10-speed in the middle of traffic. That's pretty brave.